Ignition sequence has started. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. We have commit and we have liftoff at 2:13. The Saturn V building up to 7.6 million pounds of thrust, and it has cleared the tower. This is Mission Control.
Good evening and welcome to tonight's edition of News 22. I'm Gaglione.
And I'm Danny Fountain.
While indoor tanning beds are still in vogue in the United States, the Australian government has banned the device in hopes of reducing their skin cancer rates. The crackdown is a response to Australia having some of the highest cases of skin cancer globally, with over 2,000 deaths being attributed to skin cancer in 2011. The device has been popular among people under the age of 30 around the world for decades, despite its risks. To reduce your risk of skin cancer, wear sunscreen and protective clothing when going outdoors for extended periods of time.
After many months of undergoing several treatments and taking a lot of antiretroviral drugs, in March, a team of medical researchers announced that a 2-year-old patient had been cured of HIV. The child, 7 months later, medication-free, has shown no signs of the virus. The treatments began when the child was only 30 hours old, but ended when the child was 18 months old. This is the second documented case of HIV reversal, and hopefully there will be many more.
On Monday night, Brianne Altis, an English teacher from a Utah high school, was arrested on 2 felony counts of unlawful sex with a minor, one of her students. An anonymous tip came to the Kaysville police about their month-long sexual relationship. From January 2012 to October 2013, Altis and the student had sex at least 5 times, all in her house. The student was allegedly 16 when the relationship started, and he is now 17. Altis was placed on paid administration leave until further notice.
A server at Carrabba's restaurant in Overland Park, Kansas, received a discriminatory message on a receipt this past Tuesday after 2 customers wrote derogatory comments regarding the man's sexuality. The note read, "Thank you for your service. It was excellent. That being said, we cannot in good conscience tip you for your homosexual lifestyle and an affront to God." The note continued further and expressed a dissenting opinion towards the young man's choices and asked that he reevaluate his role under God's eye. Patrons are now visiting Carrabba's and requesting to be sat in the young men's section, wielding plenty of cash to show support for such discriminatory action.
A student faced suspension this past Tuesday after he showed up wearing a vagabond outfit. According to officials, 17-year-old Michael Badamov got the idea for the costume after he was assigned a school project that involved transforming into a character for an entire day. Badamov, an aspiring actor, thought it would be a good idea to experiment with a hobo look. Badamov supposedly created an entire story behind the vagrant life, that his name was John and that he had run over his sister with a car years earlier, leaving him homeless after parental neglect. The hobo was then told to give up all material possessions, according to a guru. Due to his authentic hobo appeal, Badamov was immediately denied entry upon stepping through school doors. Badamov will receive, unfortunately, a failing grade on the project, but he may have gotten a taste of his 15 minutes of fame.
A Simsbury home invasion is currently being investigated after police said a man entered a house and took items before taking off on Monday. A man who was unidentified entered a home on Vining Drive, and the homeowner told police that the suspect demanded money from them. At this point in time, the homeowner is not sure of exactly what the suspect took and how much the suspect took. There were no weapons that were used during this home invasion, and police believe that the suspect was familiar with the residents.
The location of one of the most devastating school shootings in the United States history is going to be demolished soon at Sandy Hook Elementary School, where 26 victims were shot to death. Demolition began on Friday at Sandy Hook, and they are planning to have the school completely in ruins by the time of the first anniversary in December. Newtown's first selectman, E. Patricia Lodra, said, "The process of demolition is incremental, staged precisely and executed carefully. There is no wrecking ball action. It is rather a piece-by-piece, section-by-section removal, which is why the operation is going to take a few months." During the spring, the town voted to build a new school in the same location, which will be opened in December 2016. Construction crews were presented with confidentiality agreements, which had to be signed. Talking about it publicly, taking pictures, and releasing any information is not allowed by workers. Alex Dachenhausen, who was stopped by to see the demolition, said, "In general, it's an uplifting change for society as a whole. I would hope it's a sigh of relief, especially for those who were impacted. To make sure everyone is safe who is coming and leaving the school, there have been security points established."
Next time you say your parents were strict growing up, think again. A Bridgeport mother was arrested for allegedly stabbing her son in the back over taking out the garbage. The situation escalated after the mother, 34-year-old Gaglione Morris, asked him to take out the trash, and he said he would do it in the morning. Apparently, counting to 3 didn't work, and things got violent. After the incident, Morris's son walked to a relative's house on Jackson Avenue and notified police. He is okay, but Morris faced several charges, including second-degree assault. Her bond was set to $10,000.
Prosecutors are urging a judge to keep Kennedy cousin Michael Skakel in prison while he anticipates a new trial for the slaying of his neighbor Martha Moxley in 1975. Connecticut Judge Thomas Bishop ordered the new trial due to the fact that his trial attorney failed to adequately represent him when he was found guilty in 2002 of Moxley's golf club battering. They were 15-year-old neighbors in Greenwich at the time of Moxley's death. Prosecutors argue that Bishop does not have the authority to grant bond and are urging him to keep Skakel behind bars.
Here's another reason to always have your phone on you. It could save your life. After rounds were shot in an attempted bank robbery this past Monday in Winter Garden, Florida, a gas station clerk came out unscathed thanks to his cell phone. The man with the gun entered the store and demanded a particular beverage from a safe. The clerk, unable to open the safe, called for reinforcement. After another clerk entered the store and also failed to open the beverage safe, the man pulled the trigger upon leaving the store, which emergency personnel later found had actually ricocheted off the first clerk's chest. The only damage done seemed to be minor chest pains, as the man's HTC cell phone screen shattered once hit. It was a lucky day for him, and according to police, a rare occurrence that is unlikely to happen again.
In local news, Yukon police have arrested a 24-year-old Vernon man accused of money laundering thousands of dollars of Yukon students' grant money. The Hartford Courant reports that Corey Schmidt was a student trustee in the financial aid office and is accused of transferring about $73,000 worth of students' money before they were authorized to receive the money. Schmidt is also accused of transferring more than $2,000 that he was not entitled to into his work-study account. Police started investigating in May 2012 and recorded that Schmidt had gained access to a secure computer system, making several unauthorized transactions, according to police. He was charged with 3 counts of a second-degree computer crime, 1 count of third-degree computer crime, 2 counts of e-crime with fraudulent intent, and conspiracy to commit larceny.
Notoriously quirky local weatherman Scott Haney made national headlines this week after a video of him eating cat vomit live on television spread across the internet. During the October 9th WFSB morning news show, Haney ate what he thought was stale grape nuts off the studio floor, only to discover later it was cat vomit he tracked into the studio on his shoe. The story was so ridiculous, even CNN's Anderson Cooper featured his blunder in a segment called The Ridiculist. Videos of Haney's unfortunate mistake spread to news sources such as the Huffington Post, the UK's Daily Mail, and other international news sites.
A tree that stands tall and strong in Shelton, Connecticut will soon be one of the most popular trees during this up-and-coming holiday season. The tree on Cazo Drive in Shelton will be standing on Rockefeller Center in New York City. Neighbors and residents have already been flocking to see the tree before its big debut in the city. There's no official move date yet, but Shelton Mayor Mark Loretti said police will be on guard around the clock until November 9th.
The Jonas Brothers have officially broken up. The trio had decided it was time to stop making music only a few weeks ago after canceling an upcoming tour because of creative differences on the music. The brothers, Kevin, Joe, and Nick, have not formally released a statement, but they told People magazine that their decision was mutual. The band was working on their 5th album titled 5, and their tour was supposed to give fans a preview of the record, but it all came to an end when they could not agree on their music direction.
On October 25th, beachgoers at Magnetic Island in Australia claimed they saw a distinctive long, curved neck bobbing up and down the coast. Many patrons claimed they believed it was the mythical creature of the Loch Ness Monster. One patron stating, "It looks like a Loch Ness Monster." Another stating, "I've never seen anything like it. It could be anything. We are all wanting to know what it is." Others believe it's just remains of a boat. There have been many reports of other sightings of the Loch Ness Monster near Magnetic Island recently. Maybe the creature isn't as mythical as we think.
And we'll be back with this week's editorial after this short break.
It's one of the many ways to fight osteoarthritis pain. For more information on managing pain, go to fightarthritispain.org.
Body language. Without saying a word, it can tell you so much. Like someone is having a stroke. Know the sudden signs. Learn fast. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time. Time to call 911 immediately. The sooner they get to the hospital, the sooner they'll get treatment, and that can make a remarkable difference in their recovery. Learn the body language, the sudden signs, and spot a stroke fast.
You sure you don't want some? It's chamomile. Listen, you are extremely terrifying. Just the scariest undead subhuman thing on TV, and I really mean that. But I am worried that you could give my kids nightmares if they see you, so I'm gonna have to block you. So that's it. Oh, and tell the zombies they're blocked too.
And we're back with this week's editorial.
Good evening, happy Halloween. I am Shelby Akers for this week's editorial. You know what? I got really pissed off this week. Scrolling and scrolling, page after page, line after line, word after word of violence, bloodshed, rape, killing, beating, stabbing, death, dying, kidnapping, I'm wearing this mask, drug taking, gunslinging, pill-crazed America. And another thing, I'm tired of people telling me not to waste my time staring at the clouds or at Facebook for 5 hours or uploading picture after picture of cats and beer and food to Instagram. I'm tired of people saying that I have to be aware of my surroundings and that I have to watch where I go at night and that it's dangerous out there. Just last week, I heard in the news, a man said to a girl, "You are too ugly to get raped." A man on a subway train, total stranger. The other day, I read a story about 2 teenagers taking blue pills, planning to beat one of their mothers to death and eat her liver. I hear about a 2-year-old getting a hold of a gun and killing himself. Teachers are now signing up for self-defense classes in an effort to prevent school shooting attacks. The fact that every headline on the news is tagged with words like rape, violence, shooting, attack, and we're drawn to it like moths to a light. So what is this? I am so sick and tired of this bullshit. Give me one good reason we should be inundating young kids with this sort of news. Give me one. Give me one good reason why we can't report something positive. Give me one good reason why sex and gore sell. Why when it bleeds, it leads. Why kids are bringing guns to school. People are stealing. Animals are being shot. Women beaten and raped. People laughed at and insulted, and we just shrug it off. We shrug it off. But furthermore, give me one good reason why I should do something about this. Why I should get up from my computer chair and do something and stop this, end this. Why hasn't this stopped? Give me a reason why I shouldn't have my guard up, America. Give me a reason why I shouldn't be scared to walk alone at 2 in the afternoon. And give me a reason why I shouldn't check under my car late at night when I'm walking back from the mall. Give me a reason I shouldn't take anxiety medication or shouldn't worry about my blood pressure, which is admittedly very low. I want to live here. I want to be here. I want to be able to walk around and not have to hear any of it. about any of the violence, the tears, the rape, the killing. And you know what? Nobody does care because it's everywhere all the time. It's so watered down that when a kid brings a gun to school or when a kid jumps off a building because he's been pushed around one too many times, we just say it happens, or isn't it such a sick world? And we carry on. It's nothing to us until it happens to us. And even then, why is it happening to us? Tell me not to worry when a child can sit through a school day without 20 different anti-bullying programs being thrown his way. And tell me not to worry when a teacher can give a lesson plan without having to glance behind her every 3 seconds to see if a kid is wielding a box cutter. Tell me not to worry when a girl can walk down the street wearing a skirt just above the knee without feeling like she'll get accosted any minute. And it's just sad. It's really, really sad, guys, to think that I can't have 1 minute of peace and that I have to be on the lookout, I have to be aware, I have to worry. I really have to care. And then suddenly I'm told not to worry, not to fret, it'll all be over soon. This is why I spend so much time away from the news source. This is what I want to do with my life. News? I'm not so sure anymore. We say stop sitting in front of the TV, eating junk food all day, watching the clouds go by, surfing the internet, looking at cats. What's wrong with that? Every once in a while, it's okay to stray from reality, from what's right in front of us. Don't tell me I can't space out. Don't tell me I have to pay attention to what's going on. I just want to do what any other human being does, live and be well. And I'd like to do it all without any blood on my hands. Stop the rage, end the hate, and keep the peace, guys. For News 22, I'm Shelby Akers.
Danse, balance, suis la cadence, ondule bien tes hanches, au bal du dimanche. Danse, que la fête commence, dans ma belle robe blanche, je suis ton chou, ton
You didn't give up on sex? Don't give up on birth control either. There are more methods than you think. Find yours at bedsider.org.
Looking for these? You drive buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Every Thursday night, the campus ministry cooks free pancakes for students. News 22 reporter Emily Cameron was there last Thursday to find out more about the weekly event.
Hi, I'm Emily Cameron, here in the Student Center where my fellow students are patiently awaiting their tasty after-dinner treat from the Thursday Night Cafe. Every Thursday night from 9:30 to 11, students come to the cafe where they await delicious pancakes. The Thursday Night Cafe is located on the top floor of the Student Center across from the Betty Tipton Room. We met with one of the pancake chefs to find out more about the program.
My name is Avery Scana, and I'm one of 3 people that work here at this event. This is my first semester helping make pancakes at the Thursday Night Cafe. This program is run by Campus Ministry and Student Affairs. Our goal is to give students something fun and safe to do on Thursday nights.
Not only do students enjoy eating pancakes, but they also take the time to hang out with friends and enjoy the comfortable atmosphere of the Student Center. During the weekly program, students have fun playing board games, trivia, and even pool. Each week, the cafe tries to have something different for the students to enjoy.
It's important that people leave pancake night wanting to come back. To do this, we have open mic night, karaoke night, trivia night, and we're even planning a Halloween contest for Halloween night.
I'm Emily Cameron, and that's it for this week of the Thursday Night Cafe. Hope to see you next time.
Thanks, Emily. Stop by the Student Center later tonight to get some free pancakes.
This past week, CAB hosted Color Your World, an event made to brighten students' days. News 22 reporter Lupe Marquez has more on the event.
Hi, I'm Lupe Marquez here in front of the Student Center Cafe for this week's CAB event, Color Your World. The Color Your World event was put on by Campus Activities Board to change up students' routine and add excitement to their daily lives. Throughout the event, students could get customized airbrush trucker hats, pillowcases, and cell phone pouches. While waiting in line, students helped themselves to smoothies and enjoyed live music. We spoke with one of the students who attended the event about her experience.
Okay, originally I went to the internship program, so I got to see a couple of interns that I was actually interested in. And then while I was coming out, I noticed they had a bake sale, and then they had a line where people were standing in line getting phone cases done. So I decided to wait in line and get a cute little pouch that has my name on it, and I love it. So CAB should definitely do this event again. I enjoyed it.
After students got their trucker hats airbrushed, they were able to enjoy the band Silhouette Rising in the Student Center Cafe. The featured band for the event was Silhouette Rising, a pop rock quartet from Wakefield, Massachusetts. Formed in 2004, their unique sound and energy fueled their 2 full-length albums. The newest edition, titled Happiness 2, is set to release in the coming months. Their lively sound and stage presence helped students unwind and added a positive note to their day. We spoke with Brian Hayes, one of the CAB members, about the event.
Today's event was centered around a colored theme. It was supposed to add a lot of fun and brighten people's days by having some colored themed activities. We had smoothies provided by Chartwells, we had airbrush trucker hats and cell phone covers, and we also had a band called Silhouette Rising performed. It was a really fun event, we had a big turnout, and we hope to do something like this in the future.
Now that midterms are officially over, this week's CAB event couldn't have come at a more perfect time. Here in the Student Center, I'm Lupe Marquez reporting for News 22.
To attend events like this one, be sure to check out the campus online calendar of events.
Perhaps one of the most unique and longest-running jazz ensembles to date, the Aardvark Jazz Orchestra, will visit Eastern on November 11th as part of the Arts and Lecture Culture Series. The orchestra, founded in 1973 by bandleader Mark Harvey, is a traditional jazz ensemble with an electric flair. The group has won several awards, including the Best Jazz Song of 2000 at the Independent Music Awards. Since 1993, the Aardvark Ensemble has been busy recording and has released a total of 8 albums to date. To see them perform, head down to Schaefer Hall at 7 p.m. Tickets are $10 for the public and free for students.
This past week, CAB hosted another coffee house performance. I was there to check it out. Hey TV22, it's Danny Found. I'm here reporting live from the Student Center Cafe for CAB's latest event, the Music Lounge, featuring Alyssa Turner. Alyssa has been singing and songwriting for 10 years now, and some of her songs have been featured on the hit television show So You Think You Can Dance. Along with entertainment, CAB provided free food and an iHome raffle.
I started as a little girl. My mom put me in piano lessons, and I did that from like around 5 to 12 years old. We moved around a lot, so it kind of got hard to keep finding new teachers. So I started writing around my middle school years, and it kind of took off from there. You know, I loved so many things. I loved photography and medicine and psychology and stuff like that, and teaching, but you know, at the end of the day, I was always sitting at the piano. That's where anyone would always find me, so it kind of felt like that was what was my normal and what just felt like that's what called me.
That's it for the Music Lounge. For more CAB events, make sure you check out Eastern's activities page. I'm Danny Found reporting live for News 22. For more CAB events, be sure to check out the online calendar events page.
Halloween is here. News 22 reporter Gabby Palladino asked students what their plans are.
With the Halloween weekend coming up, we stopped by the Student Center to see what students' plans were for the busy holiday weekend.
I'm going to be Frida Kahlo, the famous painter. She's pretty distinguishable characteristics, so I'm going to be painting on a unibrow and, you know, all that stuff. And I'm going to be handing out candy.
Well, tomorrow's my birthday. I will be in classes all day, so I'm going to be a broke college student and just study. That's my plans.
My Halloween costume is actually going to be Catwoman, Selena Kyle from Dark Knight Rises. So I'm going to wear that, and my plans for Halloween is I'm going to go out with my roommates, so we're going to have fun.
For Halloween, I plan to go to my house and not trick or treat. I'm not trick or treating. Yeah, I'm not trick or treating. I'm going to my own party for Halloween, and I'm going to be this, which is a Roman proconsul in the Imperial Roman Republic.
It looks like Eastern's campus is going to be full of tricks and treats this holiday weekend. Reporting from the Stew for News 22, I'm Miss America.
We'll be back with this week's sport. Thanks, Gabby. News 22 would like to wish everyone a safe, happy Halloween.
And we'll be back with this week's sports after this short break.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
NFC, AFC, offensive linemen, defensive tackles, quarterbacks, and cornerbacks are all working with United Way for a million little reasons. The kids of our communities. To ensure their academic success all the way to graduation day. You see, it takes about 12 years to create a graduate, but it takes the same time to create a dropout. And the difference between a kid becoming one or the other could be a professional athlete, or it could be you. Studies showed the earlier we get to kids, the better their chances. So become a United Way volunteer reader, tutor, or mentor, and make a difference in the life of a child, for the life of that child. Give.
Advocate.
Volunteer. Live united. Join your favorite NFL players. Take the pledge. Go to unitedway.org.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Call or visit fatherhood.gov to learn more.
We're back with this week's sports.
Last Saturday night, Eastern's field hockey team took on Bridgewater State University, who had won 10 in a row. Eastern put up a great fight, but with only a minute and 58 seconds left, Bridgewater State scored the only goal of the game. Eastern is now 8-9 on the year and have lost 6 straight against Bridgewater. Eastern has a one-game lead over Westfield State for a playoff berth, and this Saturday is a must-win against Worcester State on the road. If Eastern wins, they finish 7th. However, if they lose and Westfield wins, there is a 3-way tie in which Eastern is eliminated. Good luck on Saturday, Warriors. Women's soccer extended their unbeaten streak versus Manhattanville College to 4 games on Wednesday night as they tied 1-1. Freshman keeper Chelsea Santos had 4 saves as Eastern outshot their opponent on goal 15-8. Their final match of the season is this Saturday at home against Plymouth State University. With a win, Eastern would finish in a 4th place and get a home match on Tuesday to start their playoff run. I'm Tyler Smith for News 22.
Thanks for watching. If you want to see any of our past shows, go to tv22.blip.tv. I'm Allie Gaglione.
And I'm Danny Fountain. Happy Halloween.